Hello and welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today we are doing a charisma guide at the request of, I believe it was Kenfield's. I should have checked this before. I think it was Kenfield's. Basically, the reason we want this is you've got to reach level 10 charisma for a quest. Now I'm only level 3 charisma, so I kind of needed this guide myself. The reason it's a pain to actually level is because you can't level charisma. You have to level other skills. You have to level attention, intelligence, perception. And when you level those skills, you get experience towards your charisma skill. Problem is, you can only level 2 of those skills. Intellect is leveled by, apparently, examining items or repairing weapons. Now I tried to repair some weapons, repaired about 3, 4, 5 weapons, and I didn't get a single point of intellect. So I'm not sure if it's bugged, because primarily the way you would level that is by examining items. Well, they've stopped people, you know what I mean, they've stopped resetting the examining of items, so it's kind of like massive chunk of soft skill leveling disappeared there. So that really only leaves us with attention leveling and perception leveling. The great thing is, you can level both of these in tandem. So the attention skill, which I covered yesterday, you basically level that by searching containers. For every one item you find in a container, you get 0.2 points of attention skill experience. Now that roughly translates into 0.2 points of charisma skill. Now if you go one extra step, and you actually take the items you find into your inventory, you then get perception experience. And I'm not sure the rate of perception experience, but it's kind of like a double whammy. If you search the container, you get attention experience and then charisma experience. And then if you take an item out of the container, or you loot a loose item on the floor or on a desk or something, you then get perception experience and you get charisma experience because of that. So naturally, I logged into an offline raid and I went running around reserve, looting various bits and bobs. Probably spent about 5 minutes looting before I capped out on the diminishing returns. So during this test I started off with 7.4 points in charisma, 14.1 point in attention skill, and 39.6 points in perception skill. By the end of it I had 10.3 in charisma, which is a 2.9 increase. I had 16.7 in attention, which is, let me do the quick maths, which is a 2.6 point increase. I totally didn't stop the recording there and work that out and then just edit it to make it sound like I did it fast. I totally didn't do that. You just imagine it. And then with perception I had 39.6 at the beginning, ended with 42.6, so that is a straight 3 points. So as you can see, roughly you should be able to get between 3 to 4 points a raid. Now that's going to be a pain in the arse to level to 10, but it's one of these things that if you're just looting containers, generally you're going to be making a lot of gains. But that's pretty much it. All you need to do to level charisma is to level attention and perception, and all you need to do to level those 2 skills, loot containers and take the actual stuff into your inventory, because that does, when it gives you the little ping of experience in the bottom right corner for picking up an item, that is giving you the perception experience. I think I've struggled to level this patch again because I've played more scav raids, but also because most of the good loot is loose spawns nowadays. You know, it's bitcoins in shoreline rooms, it's lead X's, it's graphics cards on shelves. Very rarely do you loot a container for the big money, so I think that is an issue with the way loot's designed in the game. Could just be me though. And that's going to be it for this video. A few closing notes. You are supposed to get better sell prices with a higher charisma stat, but I'm not sure if that's implemented, so I didn't want to include that in the main part of the guide. And I have just checked and it was actually JC who mentioned they wanted this guide, so thank you to you. Ken Fields is another subscriber that puts out a lot of comments and whatnot, and suggestions. So thank you to both of you guys for just being, you know, good people and suggesting a lot of things. But I hope you're having a good day. I hope this guide helps, and I'll see you next time.